Every single morning, millions of people wake up and repeat the exact same routine. Coffee in hand, phone in the other, believing they're starting their day the right way. But what if I told you one small daily habit, something you barely even think about, could be slowly draining your energy, raising your stress levels, and disrupting your body in ways you don't even notice? And the worst part, it feels completely normal. In this video, you're going to discover what that habit is, why timing matters more than you've ever been told, and how one simple shift can change your energy, your focus, and even how your body functions every single day. But before we go deeper, answer this honestly. When you wake up in the morning, do you actually feel refreshed? Or do you feel tired, even after a full night of sleep? Let's start with something most people never fully understand. Your body doesn't operate randomly. It runs on a schedule. It runs on a very precise one. At certain hours, your hormones rise. At others, your nervous system slows down. And during one specific window, your body experiences its most intense internal activity, even while you're asleep. Picture this, it's 4 a.m. in the morning. You're completely asleep. Everything feels calm. But inside your body, your cortisol levels are rising. Your heart rate is slowly increasing. Your blood vessels are tightening. Your system is preparing you to wake up long before you open your eyes. This is not optional. It's built into your biology. And here's the problem that most people never see. If your habits are working against this natural rhythm, your body pays the price. That's when you wake up with a heavy head, low energy, a sense that something just feels off. And most people ignore it. They assume it's normal. But here's the truth. Not all fatigue is normal. Now let's connect this to something almost everyone does. Grabbing your phone the second you wake up. It seems harmless. But the first thing your brain sees in the morning sets the tone for your entire nervous system. Bad news, stress response, work messages, pressure, social media, comparison. Within seconds, your brain shifts into alert mode. Even if there's no real threat, that's the first hit to your system. But what comes next is even more powerful: coffee. Most people believe coffee gives them energy, but in reality, it blocks the feeling of fatigue. It doesn't fix it. In the first 60 to 90 minutes after waking up, your body naturally produces cortisol to wake you up. When you add caffeine on top of that, you amplify the effect. Short-term energy, followed by a sharper crash, and then the cycle begins. Another cup and another until your body depends on it. And this is the key idea. Dependence is not energy. Now let's go deeper. Timing. This is where everything changes. Your body follows something called a circadian rhythm, a 24-hour internal clock. Every system in your body, your metabolism, your hormones, your brain activity, runs on that clock. When you act in sync with it, things feel effortless. When you go against it, everything feels harder. Think of it like this. It's like trying to run a factory during maintenance hours. It might still work, but damage builds up over time. That's exactly what happens inside your body. Let's take a simple example. Eating a heavy meal right before bed. Instead of focusing on recovery, your body shifts into digestion mode. Your heart rate stays elevated. Your system stays active. Your sleep becomes lighter, more fragmented. And the next morning, you feel exhausted, even if you slept for 7 or 8 hours. And here's the part most people miss. You might think you slept well. That's the illusion, and it's dangerous, because you never fix the real problem. Here's something you need to remember. Sleep duration is not the same as sleep quality. Now let's get practical. Simple changes, powerful results. First, give yourself 30 minutes in the morning without your phone. Let your brain wake up naturally. This is not a luxury, it's a reset. Second, delay your coffee by at least 1 hour after waking up. You'll notice more stable energy throughout the day. Third, get natural light exposure early in the morning, even a few minutes. This helps regulate your internal clock instantly. And this line matters. Light controls your rhythm. Now let's talk about something people underestimate: interrupted sleep. If you wake up multiple times at night, even briefly, it affects everything. Your blood pressure, your focus, your mood. One common cause, drinking too much water right before bed. It sounds healthy, but the timing is the problem. Your body has to wake you up to process it. The solution is simple. Reduce fluid intake 2 hours before sleep. Small shift, big impact. Now pause for a second. If you've made it this far, you're starting to see the pattern. Small habits, massive long-term effects. And if you want to go deeper, type routine in the comments and tell me how you start your day. I'll help you optimize it. Now let's continue. There's one more factor that quietly affects everything: your mental state before sleep. News, arguments, intense content, they all activate the same stress response. Your brain doesn't know the difference between watching stress and experiencing it. So even when you fall asleep, your system is still alert. That leads to poor recovery and worse mornings. Here's the fix you can start tonight. Create a calm zone 1 hour before bed. No stress, no stimulation, no heavy content. Because this is the truth. Calm nights create powerful mornings. Now let's bring everything together. Most people think their problems come from big issues. But in reality, it's often timing. The same action done at the wrong time creates the wrong result. And the same action done at the right time can change everything. You don't need to overhaul your life, just change one habit. Adjust the timing and observe what happens. Because sometimes the smallest shift creates the biggest transformation. And finally, let's talk